Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Eagles offense will have the first possession of the game. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws. The whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
It's complete on the right side. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, or proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all offseason. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. It picks up just a little bit of yard to help out the Oaks. So Alabama's offense headed on to the field. Now we'll first look at them today. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker in the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
Did a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Leaves it with the running back. He breaks a tackle. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
quarterback floating away from pressure. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. He lived to fight another down.
He's run out of bounds after the big game, and they are in business. First and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. End zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off with a score from the 4. From inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, Dave, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Boston College wants to play fast. Now the play fake. He finds his man. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, you set it down.
Line getting set on second down.
Well, I understand what the quarterback's trying to do. He's trying to get it to his playmaker out there quickly in space, but I don't think he anticipated the linebacker beelining the way he did. It was almost as if the linebacker knew where the QB was going with the football.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D-linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of the guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you...
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Boston College will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different.
Oh, look out! That's 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bama!
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The Golden Eagles want to pick up the tempo.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum in this run game.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. Out of control. I don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in the hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Boston College lining up to punt this one away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes that Alabama offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy from the pass.
It's complete to the left. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, so it pays for success.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch called for and made. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. They've hit a bit of a lull here, and they need to get things cranked up with this possession, Jesse.
Just haven't had a rhythm these last couple of possessions, but I'll tell you, the best way to get back into one is to run the football. Establish yourselves up front at the line of scrimmage and help keep these third downs manageable.
Yeah, and the best news is your defense at least forced a punt of their own. So now you can go answer with that good stop while this game is still close. Let's just go keep putting more points on the board, and let's see less of the punt.
Third down, he drops the throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Boston College will send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch around the 50. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The offense set for a first down play. He's going to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
And I know most offensive coaches, they're going to be thrilled taking all these 50-50 shots against man coverage. I don't know, though, if they want to keep testing that defensive back. He has been on fire.
Give to the back. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Deep down the right side. What great concentration to stay in bounds and make the catch.
How great is it to have a running back? You can basically...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand.
Okay, ready?
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. The RPO fired complete to the left. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown tie. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Boston College, 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down.
And the
Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Golden Eagles will hustle to the line. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He looks that one in nicely. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
They're going to throw it again. Makes the grab. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Working that left side now. And that completion good for a short game, and they still have some work to do to pick up the 1st down. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punted for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Line gets set. 1st down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got a man in the middle. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask.
Nothing but green ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On second down, he'll fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they have in the field, and getting the big touchdown.
And the extra point splits the upright. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Middleton. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. BC has it back and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you know what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damage when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Boston College will send out the punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down to the 45. Here comes that Alabama offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took him right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jump them.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Unloads to the right. He's got it. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big kickoff and a first down for this offense. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, that's 2 very good decisions on that play by the quarterback, right? Number 1, not to hand it off. That was the right look to...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Reese, that's 3 for him. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. A hat trick for that touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Middleton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Game of 8. First down for the offense.
He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains.
And that's a first down.
They keep attacking through the air. How about that sweet footwork along the sideline? It is a catch. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on second down. They're trying to get to it. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that pass intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Oh, that's a Preston Fair. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 33.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing it. Hey, defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
And incomplete on the deep ball. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be checked down, Charlie, and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're feeling half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks and it becomes a little bit of backyard ball. You can tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
And in these situations, you're never looked at poorly, right? You can go for these situations because it's a really long field goal, so it's not a guaranteed make, or I can be aggressive offensively, and I like the choice. Be aggressive, get the first down. Nice job on that.
Alabama pushing the tempo. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Now adjusting. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Uncorks it. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And the field goal unit is on the field. And that is no good. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
all teed up. Kick to start this third quarter. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking the clock. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. They'll run play action. Buys a little extra time. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Man, how tough is this guy? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Comes out throwing on first down. Just not able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Second down.
Offense gets set for second down. Got his man out of the backfield. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding language. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting them on the ground.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds his tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
Third down.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man across the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he reels it in inside the 30. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. He wants to throw it again. He's got his man. They'll rip off 8 on that play in 2nd and 2.
A lot of offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy step, take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field, too.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And here comes the field goal unit. He'll line it up to the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest down that line.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. At the 45 on his way. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. He's brought down, but he's got it inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Looks as if he's going to run it. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you.
Boston College, 3.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Bama! And the route is on. They tackle more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense obviously just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together awesome.
And he pumps it up inside the 20. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And man, David,
is as good as it gets. Defense made the play. Now offense gets a chance just to go cash this in.
Yeah, they got to pay this one off, too. They would be loved to be able to go out, be physical, and run this thing in, put a touchdown on the play.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
Alabama.
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Got his man on the right. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a first and goal. Fires into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down.
I'm a little bit surprised he's still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to...
Touchdown time! And the stomping has commenced. That leads a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
Here he comes out of the end zone. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. BC has it back and the Eagle offense returns to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
First down for the offense.
To the air on first down. Using the quick game. And he'll step across the sideline after making a good gain on that one. And here comes the offense on second down.
Brings up second down.
He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Meyer. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down. The Golden Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs managed. But the way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got it behind the line. It's Meyer. Makes a grab and he's dragged down.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pass hits, picked off. Got room on the return. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Alabama! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll return it. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
quickly out to the tight end. That had all the makings of neat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
He'll just keep slinging it. That's caught. It's Sanders. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Boston College putting together a very efficient drive. Trying to find his man on first down. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds. But
complete on the
on that one, and it'll be a first down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. They'll throw it on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Working the middle, it's complete. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone and the 10. First and goal now. Let's see what Boston College calls. Looking to move it through the air. He caught it. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner runs up.
At the 14.
Goes down. Here comes that Alabama offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. And now on second down for this offense. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up the 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this one...
Going over the top. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity to...
Makes a diving snag along the right sideline. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. They'll try to get it through the air. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. He'll bring it back. It's Dobbs. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody up.
Oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the 20. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Boston College, 10.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves. I think this week, after watching the film and practice, they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Boston College will send out the punt team. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening.